Heads up, part 3 of Vic's deposition will be live on Ricada Law later on tonight. But until then, I thought I'd do a little recap on Vic's testimony as well as the recent deposition of Monica Rial. As for the people who KickVic, just remember,
they're not for you! They're for the fans!
Additionally, I came across the sort of responses the other side has made towards Vic and even Nick Ricada, so I'll be covering all this and more next. Welcome to Easyland! Welcome to Easyland, it's your boy Izzy, and for today's video, I'll be discussing Vic's defamation case and the depositions that are currently happening. For those of you who aren't familiar with the story, it was back around January or February where voice actor Vic Mignogna was accused of sexual assault of alleged fans and co-workers. However, this was made public all over Twitter by some of his accusers, and it actually made Funimation, the anime dubbing sector of the Japanese-based company he was working with at the time, terminate him without having a thorough investigation. This had a negative effect on the voice actor mentally and especially financially. Many of his fans were doubtful that these allegations were legitimate and it's just a bunch of individuals who want a quick boost to fame. Then, as the case progressed, what arose was a Twitter tirade specifically led by KickVic, which was a group of followers who blindly accepted that Vic was guilty and proceeded to crucify him all over social media. It was made clear that this was nothing more than a smearing mob which brought upon a defamation lawsuit towards some of the KickVic followers as well as his former co-workers associated with the movement. Fast forward to today, where fellow VA Monica Rial's deposition has just premiered a couple days ago on the Ricada Law channel. Following the testimony and Nick Ricada's witty, humorous criticism, more Twitter commenters surfaced praising Rial's fallacious performance and demonizing Ricada's disapproval. So I thought I'd do a quick assessment on these occurrences before zeroing in on Vic's overall deposition performance. Let's jump right into it. So right after the Depo of Monica Rial, a bunch of new tweets followed that mocked and shamed Nick's response and disgust to Rial's victim facade. One of them was some sloppy simp bootleg shame named Mike Dunford. What he said was this, and I quote, "Let's be clear about the context for the quote below. Nick is a lawyer. He is a member of our self-policing profession, #law Twitter. His sounds a lot like consent." That's his response to deposition testimony. If you're a man, you damn well better be able to tell the difference between consent and just went along with it. It's not hard to do, because if you don't ask and you just start and she doesn't know what to do, that's not consent, it's assault. And if you're a lawyer and you feel that publicly mocking someone's testimony about a traumatic experience to get those sweet super chat dollars is an appropriate way to make money, turn in your license and get the out of the profession. Now listen here, Mike Dumb. Had Rial been an actual victim of sexual assault or rape, didn't try to change her story, let alone have a two-faced persona and go on a Twitter rampage, I strongly believe Nick Ricada would have absolutely taken her seriously and wouldn't see her as such a joke. But no, you wanted to challenge his integrity and shatter his dignity, all because you always believe women. You had no reason whatsoever to show him any disrespect. Also, just look closely at the facial expressions and demeanor of Vic and Monica. Rial's eyes keep looking down and darting all across the room. She was squirmish and freaking dancing, and like Nick said, the whole time she's practically drinking like half the Pacific Ocean. Plus, she was trying so hard to shed tears, but her mascara wasn't a mess and she kept putting on that troll face smile of hers. And she changed her story as she goes. Yet, Vic kept his composure, listened to what the other lawyer had to say. He was direct, honest, and respectful during questioning, even for questions that were very personal, unnecessary, and downright insulting. And when he cried, and it just came naturally. It wasn't like a freaking mission of his. It's pretty clear which one's lying. I mean, their freaking last name is a dead giveaway. Yet, this soy boy Mike can realize that, and it's not even that subtle. Then, Jamie Markey, another participant and defamer, decided to write up some lame-ass poem that looks to be directed at Nick. Now Jamie, I wouldn't be talking if I were you. Surely your lawyer gave you that warning. You're bound to get deposed next, so I doubt you want the beard to have you read these tweets on the record and eventually in court. Seems to me you're gonna have to learn the hard way, as did Ron. Smiley face. But we're nowhere close to being done. There's more to come. So will Vic be able to overcome this? Can he win it all and get the justice he deserves? Find out on the next episode of Izzyland.